In this video, we're going to look at finding absolute extrema for our function sine squared x on the closed interval from 0 to 3 pi fourths. All right. In another video we found the critical numbers of this function, and the critical numbers, there were a lot of them. It was all of the multiples of pi along with all of the odd pi halves. Okay. So these are all of them. All I care about are the ones that live on this interval. So the ones that live on this interval are actually just 0 and pi halves. 3 pi fourths is just before pi, so we're not going to hit pi, we're not going to hit 3 pi halves or any of those guys. So these are our critical numbers. So I want to find f of 0, f of pi halves, and then I also want to find f of the endpoints. Now, one of the endpoints is already a critical number, so I don't need to find f of 0 again. And then I'm going to want to find f of 3 pi fourths. Okay, so did you catch that? I don't have to find f of 0 of the endpoint because I already have it listed as a critical number. All right, so here we go. The sine of 0 squared. The sine of 0 is 0. 0 squared is still 0. All right. Let's plug in pi halves. The sine of pi halves squared. The sine of pi halves is 1. 1 squared is 1. All right, let's do this last one. The sine of 3 pi fourths. The sine of 3 pi fourths is, it depends on how you like to write it. Do you like to write it as 1 over root 2? Or do you like to write it as root 2 over 2? So if you're a 1 over root 2 fan, then when I square it, I'm going to get a half. If you're a root 2 over 2 fan, you're still going to get a half. It's just going to be a little bit more work to clean it up. All right, awesome. Now, what is the biggest? What is the smallest? It looks like this one is the smallest, so this is our absolute min. And it looks like this one is our biggest, it's the absolute max. We did not have a tie. Yay, us. Okay, so we would say that this function has an absolute min at the point 0, 0. Okay. And it has an absolute max at the point pi halves, comma 1. Beautiful. All right, and that's finding absolute extrema using a trig function.